Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and we kick off today with an absolute bomb. XRP, could it be relisted on Coinbase by July 28th? Well, there's been this has been circulating since it's been probably about 12-15 hours that this started to come out, and it started to gain really a lot of attraction. So, rocking and wildly speculative cryptocurrency world on Monday, a stunning tweet by a crypto news outlet, the XRP The Standard Production, announced with certainty that the digital asset XRP would be relisted on XRP on the popular exchange Coinbase by July 28th. I mean, that is a monster of a tweet and a claim. And where did this come from, right? So this came from this. So this was on investing.com. Now, on investing.com, they said Whale Alert made a tweet that Coinbase has transferred $38 million worth of 62 million XRP tokens. By July 28th, XRP trading on Coinbase and other exchanges would resume. I mean, we're talking about investing.com. We're not talking about, Crypto Serpent, some random on the street, some other YouTuber or TikToker or whatever. We're talking about investing.com. Came out with that. Then all the tweets came out afterwards of that news. And so, wow. I mean, that is massive, right? Now, of course, at the moment, right, it is all just a speculation. Now, what we do know about the XRP community, XRP world, is that highly big, gigantic speculations have always turned out to not be true. This one feels a little bit different. What do we do with that information? How do we go forward from here with this type of information? Well, for now, I would say we don't do much with this, right? Apart from getting excited and putting the alarm bell on and checking out July 28th if it actually does occur. But for now, all we know is very limited. And on the back of that, my advice, and I'm not a financial advice, there's not financial advice, is for you to not make your XRP decision based on this. Do not make any move, whether it's buying, selling, holding, based on this. Please do your own research, do your own risk assessment, and make sure that what you are purchasing is right for you. I cannot stress that enough. I mention it all the time. Because when I jump over here now, it says, central bank digital currency to spell the end of crypto. Some people have gone out there and saying, well, with all these central banks coming out and making their own thing, how do we, is it the end? Like, are they going to take over? Are they going to take over and just let these bitcoins and these go to nothing? They haven't yet had the opportunity to truly disrupt the banks. Are the banks just going to come in and take them out? And look, it's an argument that, it's a valid argument, right? I mean, we all live in the fairy tale that blockchain is here to decentralize everything and, change the world. So it is an argument that is a valid argument, and we will be keeping a very close eye on this and reporting on it as well. In other topics, the World Bank, IMF advocate for CBDC adoption at the G20. Touched on this yesterday, but to elaborate a little bit more on it, basically the World Bank and the IMF support CBDC. So together with the Bank of International Settlements, the two global organizations released a paper saying that the coordination of digital currencies will upend the status quo of needing to rely on expensive and delayed money transfer services to transport money throughout the world. That ultimately, that line there is essentially why CBDCs are coming out, right? It is to to upend the status quo of needing to rely on expensive and delayed money transfer services. The key words here are expensive and delayed. The delayed part is even more important than the expensive part, because the delay is actually what slows everything down when transferring from country to country. So that's why the big push is happening. And I'm very excited for this, because I think that it's so needed, and blockchain can definitely do that, and that's what that's what makes this so exciting. So over here it says, get ready XRP. This news, that news that I shared earlier has been traveled everywhere, right? So this whole July 28th thing. Remember my advice: don't make your decision based on that. Now, SEC says that Ripple not entitled to testimony on XRP from XDirector. However, there is a new date, and July 19th is now the date set for that. So very exciting to see that occur. Now, over here from a chart point of view, are we going to go lower or are we going to go higher? Well, we will cover that off, and we're going to look at all the different indicators at the moment, and look at the charts as well and what we can draw from that. Now, we got XRP to hit new all-time high, predicts analysts. So Benjamin Cohen says that we're going to have an all-time high, but there's a catch. And what he says, we're talking about, tells his 478,000 YouTube subscribers, right? So we're talking about someone who has a very big following on the internet. And basically what he's saying here is that we are going to get it. And, then he goes on to discuss from a charts point of view, from a pricing point of view, XRP price top of about 192, which the asset hit in April, is still down about 45% from all-time high 384 in July, when Coleman says is likely due to the current US Securities and Exchange Commission lawsuit against Ripple. So overall, he mentions, it's going to happen, but this SEC case has to finish first. We've got a very interesting drawing here at the moment as well, from how this particular structure is forming, and so are we going to go down before we go up? And then we'll cover that off as well. Now, this is that update that I was telling you about the Ripple versus SEC. So Ripple informed the court that the deposition of former SEC director William Hinman was brought forth. The XRP lawsuit has been rescheduled for July 19. Is it going to be rescheduled again? Things keep rescheduling all the time. I don't know, but let's keep a close eye on what goes on here. Okay, so we're inside of Tiny now. Let's have a look at some of the indicators and what they're telling us. So we look at the MACD, there's quite a gap there. And from an RSI point of view, we're sort of sitting towards the middle bottom. Probably more towards the bottom really than the middle. But you can see like the volume there, there's not that much that has been going on over the last 24 hours. When we look at just recently, and this we're talking like in the last 2 hours, we were sitting at probably around 61 cents, and we've just had a massive bump of volume literally right now as we were as I was making this. And so we're sitting today only now at 2.36% down, but this here is quite a significant move that has literally just happened at the time of making this. And so it's taken the MACD on the hourly, and it was a bearish one, and it's moved us straight into a bullish one. So we will keep a very close eye on what's going on there. It'll be very interesting to see by the time this uploads where we're at from a price point of view. But that's been quite a significant move that's just happened this hour. On the 4 hour, we are looking at bullish. Then when we look at the 12-hour, the MACD is sitting on a bullish segment, and on the daily, we are sitting in a bullish segment. So that would suggest that we're going to go up. And there have been lots and lots of talks about this, right? And remember yesterday I said that yesterday's move was potentially a fake, and we did. We went down 5% from that. I mean, Uniswap has gone down 10% from where we were 24 hours ago. So it is a very volatile market at the moment. We don't know whether we're going left or right, and that's the best time to just pause, reflect, zoom out, and not take any action. Sometimes not taking action is the best action that you can take, and having that patience to wait for clear signals. Let's go into the drawings. Okay, so we begin looking at the drawings with this particular one, and we've got this particular price action going on at the moment. Where we're at right now, where could we go? I think we could go as low as 60 again, or in that 58, 57 price range as a minimum. If we do go down, that's the minimum I think that we're going to go down before we continue to go up. Do we continue this trend and have this support line and continue up towards the 74? That also can happen. So there are two ways at the moment. and we must get a clear indication from one or the other. The way you get an indication is by consolidating, going up and then consolidating above and then continue to move forward. And if we do go down, we will expect something like this, right? So at the 60, we will go down around 63, then consolidate up to 64, then bang down to 61, then down and then back down to 60. So we need to have that clear indication first. Now, once it takes off, then we will go towards 14. I think that there will be where we peak, and then we will consolidate down once we reach that previous all-time high. Now, the key areas are 64, 67, 75 cents, 85 cents, and $1.09. They're all very, very important. The $1.10 is also very, very, well, $1.09, $1.10. And then we will go above this particular line, the yellow line there. And that will be a very, 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 very important. And for me, we'll be looking at all of these and checking out how it's performing against them. That big green line there, that's the one. Breaking that, once we break and consolidate above that, then 220 and beyond will be a matter of hours instead of days. And that there is going to be very, very exciting. So, a couple of ways to look at this. You know, if we are just going to continue from this trend and just continue to move forward, then this would be it. Are we going down before we go up? I'd love to know your feedback in your comments as well, what you think. And then ultimately, if, and there's a very big if, history were to repeat itself and continue something that has been going on since 2014, then this, well, at the end of this bull run, wherever that might be, whether it's whether that is 2022, middle of 2022, beginning of 2022, or 2023, wherever, then we would be at $120 XRP. Again, it's a very big if, and history does not always repeat itself, but sometimes it leaves clues. Now, if you love the channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.